The episode ends with Pingu crying and his mother consulting him.
I mean, yo, this is low-key like a good story, bro, and a relevant one too. Like, there's always gonna be a time where there might be some dude chasing you around as a child and they might traumatize you, bro. In this episode, it might have been Pingu's walrus monster, and in real life, it could have been an EDP, bro. Cartoon episodes that traumatize children.
When growing up, one thing we as kids loved doing was watching TV. Getting up early to watch Saturday morning cartoons or late at—
That's if you had cable, bro. People like me, bro, with no cable TV, we were watching the most random things that were not paid for. Freaking Hey Arnold. That's why I love Hey Arnold so much, bro, because it was free back in the day.
At night to watch whatever was playing. These cartoons gave us dreams, expectations, and most of all, permanent memories. Though, some shows push the boundaries, causing us to remember the more disturbing side of said cartoon. Today, we will be talking about cartoon episodes that traumatized children.
Ren and Stimpy. Oh yeah, I already know Ren and Stimpy's gonna come up a lot, bro. That was the freakiest cartoon that I never watched. Anybody who watched Ren and Stimpy actively, bro, nowadays, you're probably one of those kids who ended up going to juvenile hall and becoming a freaking prison thug gangbanging gang member.
Pingu's dream. Pingu. Pingu was a Swiss-British stop-motion claymation children's show created by Otmar Gutmann in 1987. The main—
I feel like I've seen this before. Is it kind of like Gumby, the freaking green alien thingy that moves weird?
character is a penguin called Pingu who lives in the South Pole along with his family and friends. The show aired on BBC Children's and Education, and episodes averaged 5 minutes in length. Today, we will be talking about Season 1, Episode 26.
Okay, what could possibly have gone wrong in an episode of freaking Pingu where the clay is like stop-motion animating, bro? Genuinely.
The episode starts off as normal, nothing out of the ordinary. Pingu's mom is reading him a bedtime story, and Pingu begins to drift away to sleep.
Okay.
He wakes up to the sound of his igloo jumping, and before you know it, the igloo flies away. Then his bed extends its legs, and it begins walking. The camera cuts to this creepy walrus watching Pingu in his bed go about their day. Not to mention that every time the walrus pops up, these synths are played.
Whoa. Speaking of things in the background, who the heck is behind you right now, bro? And if something's supposed to be traumatizing children, it's definitely this guy. Also, why would they put a thing of a walrus watching Pingu in his sleep? Is that supposed to be representative of like there's always somebody watching you when you're asleep? And that's true, I'm gonna be honest, bro. There is always somebody watching you.
It's me. I'm always watching you in your sleep.
Don't act like you wouldn't want that, by the way.
An uneasy feeling. What's up with things involving walruses being creepy? Like, what the directors keep showing the audience how the walrus is just watching Pingu. Eventually, the walrus makes his introduction. And you know how the directors made this already creepy
Why is the freaking bed moving like that? Low-key, that'd be fire if beds could walk.
character make his introduction to children? This is how. It's clear
What is that?
Yeah, that is freaky as hell, bro.
to see that the walrus is supposed to have this like goofy personality that finds everything funny and just wants to play. But they really messed up by making him almost human-like. The walrus begins messing with Pingu and eats his
Yeah, why does it have like human teeth? Oh, it's eating his bed.
bed, all while non-stop laughing. Pingu and his bed begin running away, and Pingu ends up falling down a hill of snow. It was actually a pretty cool transition because the next camera zooms out, and you can see that he's in his room again. The episode ends with Pingu crying and his mother consulting him.
I mean, yo, this is low-key like a good story, bro, and a relevant one too. Like, there's always gonna be a time where there might be some dude chasing you around as a child and they might traumatize you, bro. In this episode, it might have been Pingu's walrus monster, and in real life, it could have been an EDP, bro. Never trust strangers, bro. Stranger danger. Very important. Brief intermission. If you're enjoying the video so far, please make sure you smash the subscribe button. We're on the road to 90,000 subscribers. Thank you very much.
How this episode ends. Not only is this the ending to the episode, but this was actually the season finale. This episode was highly controversial and was eventually banned from television due to the giant walrus being too scary and unsettling for many young viewers.
I mean, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Y'all are low-key pussy, bro. Are y'all that scared of a freaking walrus? I mean, look at this guy. He looks cuddly, bro. You wouldn't want to, like, pet him on the head or something a little bit? Like, I guess I see the creepiness, too, but to the point where he gets banned off of TV, I don't know.
Blue Cat Blues, Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry need no introduction. I'm 100% sure everyone watching this video knows exactly who these two are. Blue Cat Blues is about Tom's love for a female cat which doesn't love him back. The video begins with a quote.
Damn, whoa, why do we have the realest freaking thing ever, bro? That's what got banned? They should keep this online, bro. Every dude, every person needs to watch this, bro. A lover who doesn't love you back, bro, because this is a canon event, low-key, no?
Jerry's narrator while watching Tom sit on the train tracks patiently waiting for the train to come by. The quote is—
Wait, is he on the tracks? Yo, Tom, don't end it all, man. Yo, we love you. We all love you here, man. We want to keep you on Earth with us, bro. Wait, why is he on the tracks? Is this like showing, like, taking your life on kids' TV?
In a few minutes, it'll all be over. And for the first time since he met her, he'll be happy. Poor, miserable, lovesick creature. I suppose people will say I should have helped him. I know. but it's better this way. Talk about a kid's show getting dark. Throughout the episode, we see just how much Tom is in love with this cat and how he is overthrown.
Wait, why is she white, bruh? Is this symbolizing that like white is better and more, let's just say, supreme? Maybe I'm onto nothing, bro.
We see just how much Tom is in love with this cat and how he is overthrown by another cat by the name of Mr. Butch. The cat with more money, more gifts, a better car. Tom resorts to drinking milk.
Damn, bro. Oh, so this is supposed to be the substitution for lean, right?
So it is a substitute for alcohol.
Tom is not lean. Okay, alcohol. I mean, bro, is it really crazy to say this is unrealistic? Person A likes girl. Person B has money, cars, wealth. Girl likes person B better than you, bro. I mean, it could happen to the best of us, bro. At the same time, bro, I mean, maybe Tom just freaking fumbled his first baddie. I mean, as you can see, bro, this cat is kind of, you know, got the curvature going on. And don't say I'm attracted to cats or anything like that as an Asian joke because, no, Asians don't eat freaking cats, okay?
Tom resorts to drinking milk, which in this episode is a substitute for alcohol. Tom is seen sliding down a gutter until Jerry saves him. They get splashed by some water and come to find out it's Mr. Butch and the love of Tom's life riding away in his car with a just married sign.
Okay, to be fair though, Tom looks kind of creepy in this situation. Like, did that girl even talk to him for real? Did she switch up on him or did she never even give him a chance? Because otherwise, you're a stalker, bro.
After this, the same thing happens to Jerry as his girlfriend is riding away with another mouse. Jerry brings himself down to the train
Wait,
track.
why are they both white? Yo, no, bro. I'm onto something, bro. There's a reason they made them both white.
Sits next to Tom and both patiently wait for the train to pass by. The episode
pass by, they're on the tracks, they're gonna get hit.
Ends with the haunting horn of a train.
Oh my gosh.
This episode was banned by Cartoon Network and Boomerang due to its references to alcohol and... Also, I just want to clear up a common misconception, and that is that this is actually the finale to the series. It's not.
Okay. Damn. I can see why that was freaking banned, bro. Holy.
Man's best friend, Ren and Stimpy.
Oh,
Ren and
brother.
Stimpy ran on Nickelodeon from 1991 to 1996 and focused on a sociopathic chihuahua and a clueless cat. This show...
A sociopathic dog? I didn't even know that, but it makes sense, low-key.
So much shit, it's actually scary. Season 2, Episode 4 opens up with a man by the name of George Liquor adopting Ren
He already looks crazy, bro.
and Stimpy at a pet store. Once he takes them home, he puts them through a bunch of rigorous tasks to see if they can keep up with how he wants his ideal pets to act.
Why is he dressed like a freaking like World War I Germany mustache man supporter, bro?
In one scene, he forces Stimpy to get on his couch so that he can learn how to be quote-unquote disciplined and, well, just watch.
Okay. Steroids, bro. Why are you raging this hard? Chill, bro.
That's a good boy.
He needs some.
Did he just finish in the dog? Did he just finish?
I have no idea how Nickelodeon let this show air in the first place. Eventually, George says that his pets need to learn how to attack. So he puts on this padded bite suit, and Stimpy is reluctant due to him being his owner. Ren, on the other hand, takes full advantage of this and begins beating the ever-living shit out of George with a paddle. So much so that George's head does a full
Oh my gosh, bro. Kids were allowed to watch this?
360 and right eyeball falls.
This is why I say anybody who watches this, you're deranged nowadays, bro.
Falls out of its socket. Ren continues on his rampage and just doesn't stop beating this man to a pulp. It even shows George with X's for eyes, and we all know what that means. Though he actually didn't die, it's still quite disturbing to add that little detail. But the disturbing parts of this episode don't end there. George climbs out of his suit, breathes like a maniac, and congratulates Ren on being a true champion. The episode ends with all three characters dancing. Yeah. Now, this episode actually never ended up airing on Nickelodeon. It was...
What am I watching, bro? If I'm a parent and I come in the room and my kid is freaking watching an episode of this, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna think he might have some problems with him, bro. He might be, you know, the next Michael Myers. He might be the next Freddy Krueger, the next Jason Voorhees, serial killer level, bro. What are you watching? Why do you enjoy this? This is just weird, bro. Put him in for a brain scan.
And once they saw what it actually contained. But this episode was moved to Ren and Stimpy Adult Party Cartoon. And that show was basically a revival of the original, except with very sexual... It was just a very sexual show. I mean, if the creator went from making a kid's show and turning that kid's show into a sexual... I mean, I guess we could see where his mind...
Yo, W Spirit away tab, bro. Tough.
was. Anyway, we could tell that this creator was trying to go with this dark humor, but it just ended up being super creepy for kids, and it was not the right move.
Next.
Teeth for Two, CatDog. CatDog ran for 7 years on Nickelodeon.
What the hell is this, bro? Is this a conjoined twin cat dog? The dog looks like, no offense, he looks like he was born and his mom was drinking alcohol when he was in the womb. And this cat right here looks more like a dog than a cat. What is going on?
From 1998 to 2005. You may recognize Dog's voice since it's Tom Kenny, SpongeBob's voice actor. Teeth for Two is actually a fun concept for an episode where whenever one of them does something, the other one feels it. Except it revolves around teeth. Look, I hate the dentist already. Yes, I do go, but just the fact that there's drills in your mouth. Pause. No, I just
No. We're drilling your mouth, Tub. We are drilling your mouth, dude.
Everything about the dentist so much. Anyway, the dentist tells them that the food they eat affects the other's teeth, resulting in Cat's teeth to become brown and withered. Cat tries to convince Dog to start eating healthy, but then turns into a battle seeing who can do more damage to the other's teeth.
Wait, realistically, let's be real, bro. The biology of this. Let's just say there's a cat on one end, a dog on one end. That means if the cat eats something, it goes through the digestive system, and then poop comes out of the mouth of the dog, right? Because it goes like, you know, in a tubicular function, right?
Cat chews on ice, and Dog chews on foil. Later that night, Dog is asleep, and Cat attempts to brush his teeth. He is unable to do so because of all the food in his mouth.
Okay.
So what's the next best option? That's right, traveling inside of their own body to come out as an inside-out cat out of Dog's mouth.
What? You're going inside him? He's inside of him. What the hell, bro? I don't even know what to say, bro. What am I even looking at? This looks like something that should be on like adult cartoons, Adult Swim, 12 a.m., you know, midnight stuff.
Dog screams of horror and swallows Cat back down to where he's supposed to be. Skipping to the end, they get their teeth fixed, but end up getting food allergies from all the junk they ate throughout the entire episode. Never thought I'd see an inside-out cat trying to brush a dog's teeth.
Yeah.
Knuckles and his hilarious problem. The Misadventures of Flapjack. The Misadventures of Flapjack was another show that got away with so much disturbing shit. Personally, as a kid, I loved it just because it was so gross and I thought that was so funny back in the day.
I don't think I even know what the show is. I gotta see him show a picture of it, but I don't remember the show.
I remember pausing it at those funny still frames of like really detailed zoomed in pictures of the character's face.
What is this, bro? Respectfully, again, anybody watching this, bro, I know what you are now. A thug. You are in jail, probably serving a life sentence. That, or maybe you're a crackhead on the street. You could be homeless. Or you're working at, you know, Taco Bell. Shout out to Taco Bell. Their food is terrible, but shout out to you anyways.
Anyway, Season 2, Episode 4 is Knuckles and his hilarious problem. This episode is about addiction. More specifically, Knuckles' addiction to candy.
We are all addicted to substances and... Wait, oh, you said candy? Yeah, we're addicted to candy. Never mind, let me chill.
Effects of alcohol. From feeling warm and happy, angry at the world, to depression. The next morning, after Knuckles ingests a bunch of candy, Flapjack realizes that Knuckles has become addicted to the candy. So much so that he hallucinates, sees Flapjack as a lollipop, and tries eating him.
Okay, bro, it's candy, not freaking LSD, not MDMA, not shrooms or something that kicks your brain and makes you go freaking cuckoo, bro. But this is low-key a good message in a way, hear me out, because let's just say if you take too much candy, it turns you into a maniac, hallucination, whatever. That would influence kids to not eat so much damn candy, right? So it kind of like saves parents from like a trip to the dentist a little bit, right? So keep this on TV.
Next, Knuckles begins manipulating Flapjack and tells him that he's just fine and he can trust him. Though this only leads to 2 candy rampages where he steals from homes, babies, and a gumball machine. Then we go to this depressing scene showing...
Yo, this show low-key looks pretty fire though, the detail. It almost looks like SpongeBob, but if it was more like depressing.
Then we go to this depressing scene showing just how this candy addiction has left Knuckles. Getting kicked out of the candy trough, being used as a doormat, and taking any bit of candy he can get, even if it's from a stranger's mouth.
Whoa. Eat it. Just because it's been in somebody's mouth, it's fine, bro. We all eat food out of people's mouths, man.
What?
Bubby decides to send Knuckles off to isolation on a piece of the boardwalk into the sea. Here, Knuckles begins hallucinating and imagines a giant Flapjack putting his arms inside of his mouth and vomiting candy into it.
Ew, dude. Okay. I was gonna say and make some kind of like crazy joke, but no, bro. Throwing this in somebody's mouth is the last thing I would ever want. Or you would ever want. Actually, no, I know what type of guy you are, bro. Unless it was a certain type of woman or something like that, bro, you would accept this.
Very dark episode if you think about it, especially seeing just how bad the effects of candy have left Knuckles. I really like the episode though. It really makes you aware of just how bad alcohol or any addiction can be.
Yeah, not just alcohol, of course. Any substances, you know, all jokes aside, do not try any substances. Don't get hooked on them. Freaking vaping, alcohol, all of the above, bro. Try to stay away if you can. Good episode.
Earth Mover. Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond.
Ooh, Batman Beyond, bro. I wish I watched Batman Beyond growing up, bro. I watched freaking The X-Men, but it was animated. But I didn't get to watch Batman Beyond. I wish I did, bro.
Released in 1999 and aired on Cartoon Network and WB Kids. Today we're going to be talking about Season 1, Episode 15, aka Earth Mover. We start with this teenage girl by the name of Jackie hanging with her friends, one of which is Terry McGinnis, aka the Batman after the original Bruce Wayne Batman.
This dude's name is McGinnis, bro. You're already off to a bad start.
She explains that she's been feeling like she was followed and watched by someone. Soon after that, Terry sees a mysterious figure outside through the window. A chase begins, but the figure isn't caught. The next day, Jackie's adopted father gives all three of them a ride, but first he says he wants to show them something. That being a piece of land he plans on buying and placing a factory on. An earthquake happens, and again, there was another fight scene. After this, Bill, her adopted father, explains that he thinks it might be Jackie's real father looking for him. He tells
your dad is trying to find you, which is why the earth is shaking and you're gonna feel like you're followed. Yeah, W logic, that makes a lot of sense, right? No.
The story from many years ago, and while he was trying to dump toxic waste into an abandoned mine shaft, the wire pulling up the container got stuck on a piece of wood and resulted in the entire mine shaft collapsing in on itself. Jackie's father was at the bottom and ended up being crushed by the debris. Not only that, but was covered by the toxic waste. Everyone assumed that he died instantly, and Bill felt so bad that he ended up adopting Jackie, who was only a kid at the time.
Damn.
Fast forward into the episode, and the Earth Mover has trapped both Jackie and Bill underground. During this scene, Jackie finds out what her father actually looks like, and, well...
Can we see? Is he black? Oh, never mind. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, I'm black. Never mind. He's a demon instead.
So like the text was saying, I can't show too much due to a copyright claim, but basically Jackie is horrified seeing that this is her father. I mean, who wouldn't be?
So is he dead and she found a dead dude and her dad is dead, or is it just like a demon?
Yeah, that's basically the scene in a nutshell. I mean, even listen to that voice. It sounds like he's struggling to get his words out. He seems to think that Bill betrayed him and left him to die so that he didn't have to split the revenue with a partner. He also sees Bill adopting Jackie as her getting stolen from him. Imagine accidentally dying and then the friend that accidentally killed you adopts your daughter.
Wait, is that the worst thing? Oh, wait, killed you? Yeah, low-key. I mean, bro, if I had a kid, right, and, like, I die, I would want my best friend to take care of my kid, low-key. That's not crazy. Is that bad? Obviously, you're not gonna be, like, the real dad or something like that, but that's honorable to do to take care of your friend's kid.
Eventually, Batman swoops in and saves the day. The episode ends with this very dark quote.
My father.
He's not your father. Not really. He's a ghost.
Damn!
Dad.
Bro, you can't disrespect her dad like that, bro. He died. It's not like he doesn't want to be there. He didn't go get the milk. He literally was killed.
Mooch Master P, Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty aired from 2006 to 2009 and was...
Bro, what the heck is this? Respectfully, you look like a group project. This looks like a cartoon version of a kid by a corn star. No disrespect.
Cancelled due to a mix of low ratings and criticism from adults and vegetarians who protested against the show. Honestly, the show is very lucky it even lasted 3 years.
Yo, what is going on here, bro? Whose kid is this, bro? They were probably doing all types of drugs for the kid to come out looking like this, bro. Oh my gosh.
Ugly all of the characters were. The show followed fast food workers Josh and Parker through their odd adventures. Season 1, Episode 6 begins with Parker quote-unquote mooching off of everyone and eating their food. Josh gets annoyed and tricks him into eating a raw patty. Then, weird things start happening. Like, all of the food Parker is about to take a bite out of disappear. Josh records it with a camcorder and slows down the footage. Then we see that a giant tapeworm is living inside of Parker eating all of his food. They decide to get rid of the tapeworm the only way they know how, fishing it out of Parker's stomach.
Okay, that's not how you get rid of a tapeworm, right? I could look it up, but I kind of don't care to. Actually, you know what? Let's look it up. Let's make a side quest. Hold on. So according to Google, it says that they use a drug to paralyze the worm. So no, they don't fish it out of your freaking intestines with a fishing rod. Besides that, low-key, I feel like the show might be kind of good, though. It's showing the horrors and the potential negatives of eating raw meat. And let's face it, bro, we all love to eat meat all day anyways. You know, all we do is devour, consume, and put meat in our faces. So therefore, this is a good educational show, bro.
All of his food. They decide to get rid of the tapeworm the only way they know how, fishing it out of Parker's stomach.
No.
They do end up getting it out, and an Australian man comes by and says he'll buy it for his zoo. Though he doesn't take it to the zoo. Instead, he swallows it whole in front of them.
We go. Come on in.
He wants the tapeworm in his body instead? Why? What the hell, bro?
That's the stuff.
And says she tickles on the way down. Wow. Okay. King Ramses' Curse / Remembrance of Courage Past. Courage the Cowardly Dog. This list would not be complete without mentioning Courage the Cowardly Dog. I could go on and on about all the creepy monsters.
I never got to watch Courage the Cowardly Dog, but I would always see the freaking grandpa. It just looked like the creepiest show, so I never watched it. I was watching other shows.
It's nightmares throughout in the entirety of the series, but I want to mention the one that stuck with me the most.
Okay.
And that's King Ramses' Curse. In this episode, Eustace does not want to return a historical slab because he hears on the news that it's worth $1 million.
Okay.
A person from the museum it belongs to comes over to take it back and offers Eustace a tote bag. Really, my guy? I'm pretty sure you could legally get it back for free.
Okay.
Then the door gets slammed on him. When it becomes nighttime, they hear a creak at the door and check outside. Then we get King Ramses, who just keeps repeating, "Return the slab or suffer my curse."
Bro, why does he look like a demon, dude? Yo, and they expected kids who were like under 10 years old to watch this show. That's why I was not watching it.
The slab. What? Return the slab or suffer my curse.
It's just such a creepy design, and also it's a 3D model in a 2D animated show. There's so many instances of just plain creepy stuff in this cartoon, but that's what gave it its charm. I feel like Courage the Cowardly Dog definitely let young kids know whether they like the horror genre. So, shout out to Courage the Cowardly Dog for that. I also want to talk about another episode called Remembrance of Courage Past,
Okay.
which is actually the second to last episode of the entire.
This is Courage's past? He got abducted? Wait, he has a sister? Wait, oh no, this is his parents.
This episode is about Courage's parents, which sadly got taken away from him at an early age due to an evil veterinarian. This veterinarian puts Courage's parents in a rocket ship, and Courage can't do anything because he's just a pup. While being chased, Courage hops into the garbage disposal and escapes. He watches as his parents are sent off to space and waves goodbye.
This is real though, bro. I mean, your parents could always, get sent to space and leave you, and you're the only person alive left in your family on Earth. So, this could happen. So I guess this is why they showed it on TV. I guess. I don't know.
We see how Courage is adopted by Muriel and why she decides to name him Courage. Meanwhile, in the present day, the same thing is about to happen to Muriel.
That is kind of dark, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the fact that the show was brought up on the fact that a dog was adopted, or not even adopted, left for dead on a trash dump site, and a woman named Muriel happened to grab him. I mean, shout out to all my people who were adopted. If you're watching this video and you were adopted, fist bump, man.
Muriel and Eustace, but luckily, Courage is able to save the day and send the veterinarian to space this time. In space, he finds himself with all the other dogs he has experimented on, including Courage's parents.
That's gonna do it for today's video. That was episodes that traumatize children from cartoons. In conclusion, keep watching cartoons. Hopefully episodes don't traumatize you. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Join the Discord in the description. Sub to this channel, sub to the main channel description. Follow the IG also in the description. Have a great rest of your day. It's love to all. I love you, and I'm out.